Texas A&M's head coach Jimbo Fisher, she told the Houston Touchdown Club in a little event there with the Houston Touchdown Club this week in a Q&A with Aggie fans. He assured them, hey guys, we're going to beat Nick Saban's butt while he's at Alabama. He didn't use the word butt. We know the term he used. But he basically said, hey, guys, we're going to beat Nick Saban's butt while he's still at Alabama. You know, I respect what he does, but we do it better at A&M. We run it better at A&M. So, you know what? Better than me talking about it, we're going to play the clip. John, play the audio of what Jimbo Fisher said at the Q&A.
We're going to beat his ass when he's there.
That's Jimbo Fisher right there, trying to get the Aggie fan base pumped up, trying to get Texas A&M fired up and ready to go, saying, look, I know Nick Saban is 23-0 against his former assistants, but we going to beat him. We're the team that's going to beat him. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to shut him down while he is still at Alabama. And what makes it so interesting is Texas A&M has not beaten the Crimson Tide since 2012. That was with Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel, when A&M came to Tuscaloosa, Bryant Denny, and Manziel got the 29-24 win over the Crimson Tide. Since then, the Aggies are winless in its last 8 tries, including 4 losses at Kyle Field, College Station, Texas. John, I have never been to Kyle Field before in my life. This year, though, God willing, I'm going to Kyle Field because Jimbo Fisher has talked this game up. He's cashed this check. He's put this check out there, and he now has to cash it. Nick Saban is 4-0 all time against Jimbo Fisher. 3 of those wins with Coach Fisher at, of course, Texas A&M. The other win, the 4th win, came in 2017 with Fisher being the head coach of the Florida State Seminoles. And what's interesting here is that, and Saban had his own response to what Coach Fisher had to say. So check out how Nick Saban responded hilariously to his good friend Jimbo Fisher.
Coach, got to ask, your friend Jimbo said yesterday that at some point while you're in Tuscaloosa, he was going to beat your butt. That wasn't the word that he used, but did you have any response for that?
In golf?
I think he meant on the football field.
Well, I'm sure there'll come a day, you know, but is that what he was talking about? Football?
He was talking about football.
Oh, he was? Well, he used to be on my noontime basketball league, I guess. You know, we're no longer partners, you know, when it comes to that. Coach. Now, they have a really good team, really good program, and, you know, they're getting better and better all the time, and there's a lot of challenges in the SEC, and they're certainly one of the up-and-coming programs, and he's always been a great coach, did a great job for us when he was with us, and he's had a great career as a head coach. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge for us, no doubt, when we have to play him.
There's a lot of pressure on Jimbo Fisher, people, with him making the statement, because Texas A&M, there are some impatient fans. There's some impatient fans and impatient programs in college football. Georgia's one of them. They're looking at Kirby Smart going, Kirby, we haven't won a national championship since 1980. Herschel Walker, when are we going to get one? You look at the Tennessee Volunteers, very impatient program. Now, Tennessee is also kind of delusional because they feel like it's still back in the late 1990s, early 2000s Tennessee, but that's not the case at all. And then you look at, you know, every team in Texas is impatient because you've got oil tycoons down there, you've got financial power brokers down there, you've got 5-stars galore in Texas, you've gotten facilities, big-time facilities. So people in Texas feel like we should be on the same level as everybody else is on. And when the Aggies paid Jimbo Fisher that 10-year, $75 million contract, they want to see a return on their investment. And what's happening right now, people, is this. It's, you know, national media, people have tried so many different ways to knock Coach Saban off the perch. How can we knock Coach Saban out? How can we force Coach Saban to an early retirement? He can't be the best forever. He can't reign supreme forever. The narrative has been, how long will he continue to do this? At what point will he fall off? At what point will he retire? And the first tactic that was tried was having the two recruiting periods. Saban was dominating the traditional recruiting cycle so much, getting top classes, that people felt like, okay, let's have two recruiting periods. The early recruiting period and the traditional one. That will knock him off. That will knock him off the perch. And in 2018, he didn't have a number one class, kind of struggled there, and people went, aha, got him. Knew he wasn't dominant, knew he wasn't going to be able to do this, knew he wasn't going to be able to handle this. We got him. But the next two signing classes, we see he has greatly adjusted. He brought in two back-to-back top signing classes. So people go, crap, okay, what do we do now? Then people threw out, okay, the transfer portal. Saban's not going to be able to keep all these guys. So the transfer portal, a lot of the great Bama players will transfer. They'll go to other programs. What's happened? Some Bama players have transferred, but it hasn't been the elite players. It hasn't been the marquee players. It has been the dominant players. And other players have transferred from other programs, and they are dominant players. They've ended up coming to Alabama, being all SEC, All-American, winning individual awards, helping Bama win national championships, and Saban has put those guys in the NFL. So now those people go, darn, he's done it again. Now how can we stop him? So now it's gotten to, okay, here's what we do. We hire a head coach, preferably somebody who's worked under Saban, preferably somebody that knows how Saban ticks, preferably somebody of whom is on the same emotional, mental, psychological, strategy, recruiting, player development, somebody who's on the same wavelength as Nick Saban, not be one iota off of Coach Saban. We'll pay him a buttload of money, and we'll get him to understand, hey, you may not have to beat Saban every time, but beat him enough to where when we play him, we get a little fear in his heart. We get a little doubt in his heart. We get a little fear in the Bama fan base. We get a little doubt in the Bama fan base, just so when they have to play us, they know they got to respect us. That's what it's coming down to. Trying to see, can we get that Saban assistant that's as close to him as possible, and he can take Coach Saban down. And this is what A&M is looking at. Jimbo, we paid you the money. Jimbo, we got you the contract. You've been around Coach Saban. You're the closest to him in age. You won a national championship with him. You have got to get this done, Jimbo Fisher. So with Coach Fisher saying the statement, we going to beat Bama while Nick Saban is still in Tuscaloosa. We're going to beat him down and show you that we can do it, that we can get it done here. October 9th, Bama Nation, have that game circled. A&M brought in the number 8 recruiting class for the 2021 cycle, but that game, October 9th, have it circled. That's a big-time matchup.